Hello and welcome to another day in the classroom. One schoolmate is present. Who is it?
It's Yann.
Hey, good morning, Yann. Leafgard is there.
Good morning.
So, week number 7. How were the results? Let's see. Hands, how many do we get?
875.
875. Tiny sample, what happened?
Just too much work. Too much work in the week. Yeah, both at work and personal also. So
You were
it was really
busy.
super tough. Yeah, it was super tough finding time to play. I even was not there from Friday to now, so Monday. So it was just I could not play.
Okay, it's fine. I mean, life happens sometimes. It's not a big deal. You grinded so much last week, so you will double down on that. So let's see the bankroll.
And we
122.31. So nothing happened almost. That's fine.
yes.
We played 2 sessions this time. One on Monday, one on Wednesday, right? How were they?
Yes. They were okay-ish. The first session was a bit difficult and I spewed a bit, I think.
Okay.
Just because I had some weird spots.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I was a bit unlucky, so...
We will look at the weird spot right in the hand of the week.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Let's do that. Yeah, week number 7 in the books. Now, one thing to notice, I'll be away next week, so we'll skip one. Next episode will be in 2 weeks, and then it's gonna be the summary of week number 8 and number 9. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure we'll get more volume there in 2 weeks. Yann already said he's gonna grind 20k hands now.
Yes.
In these 2 weeks before Christmas. No, that's fine. So next week is a new one. We're gonna try to play solid as always. Check the mindsets, check the anchors. The graph didn't change. I already picked 2 videos because we forgot to do homework last week. You get double homework, as I said, since you haven't done the notes last time.
Finally, I took the creating homework still. So
okay, nice, awesome. 2 videos of panel 2. I'll link them down below the video if you want to check them out. Yeah, just try to focus especially on pre-flop. When do I open raise hands? When do I defend hands out of positions and so on? Say that is quite important. Always do the procedure. Try to focus, try to watch at what we want to keep in mind. Especially this one. We try to play our best, no gamble. Anchor in really deep. And yeah, let's get into the comments of last week. Let's look which ratings you got for last week's hand of the week. This is the comment of the week. As always, I'm super happy you guys supporting in chat. Oh, in the comments. We got some grades here. 11, 3.5, 3 out of 10. Good effort. 4 out of 10. What about the grades, Yann? You're okay with them?
yes.
Okay. Again, guys, I want to see a lot of comments. Just put a number in front so we can skip through for next time. For the hand of the week of number 7. And we can, week number 7, and we can skip through here and just see all the votes. That would be amazing. Comment of the week, we picked this one from Destro, another big supporter. A good classmate. I will comment the ace 10 before seeing the video. That's even better. Don't watch my comments just to give yourself an idea, so you will improve that way. Pre-flop, fold or free bet. I do agree. Against the tight UTG range. Flop. He calls. I would already fold flop, but seems fine. Yeah. On the turn, he would fold if it's not improving. I do agree. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys always supporting here, doing some comments. Again, it's great to learn. It's great to get your opinions also. It's not always just what I say. And yeah, thanks for the comment of the week. It's this one here. This is pure gold. Let's move on. Again, it's Jan's turn for the hand of the week. Man, I need a. Where's my sheet? Ooh, I have here on the 4+ from last week. This week will be better, I'm sure. Guys, again, Yann is gonna present the hand now. Take a sheet, write down some notes, and afterwards put it in the comments before you hear my analysis. That way, I'm sure you will learn much more. Yann, please go ahead with the hand of the week.
Yes, so the hand of the week is Ace King in the cutoff.
Okay.
We have at least I would say 4 players, which are kind of fun. But okay, let's see. So under the gun folds, middle position limps 1 BB. I decide to isolate him 5 BB. Button fold, small blind 3 bets. I don't even know. Do we say 3 bet the isolation?
Yeah, seems fine.
Okay. He 3 bets.
Yes.
When you have 1 fold and he calls. Now I'm hesitating between calling and raising again. But thinking about it, I think I would still raise now again. I don't want to call that much. I still have a strong hand, and multi-way it might be difficult if I don't have an ace or a king or a flush draw or so. So I decided again to raise.
Okay.
And I made it large because we are also multi-way. And he calls.
Okay.
And he calls. So now it's even worse because they all called and we are in the same spot as before.
Yes.
And the flop comes out 8 queen jack rainbow. Rainbow with 1 diamond but a rainbow. Yeah, okay. And then the small blind puts it all. He puts it all. And I think even with the pot odds and we are still there, I think I need to call. We are waiting at 10, we are waiting, I think even any ace or king at this point I'm above, maybe. I have no clue. I don't even know if I can fold here with so much money in there already, so yeah. I decided to call, and...
Okay. What a turn, man. What a turn. We can thanks for the presentation, Jan. Appreciate it. Well done. One thing, maybe I do the analysis before we see the results. Would be better to not get influenced, but that's fine for next time. So let me give a voting. There was an improvement. I'm happy about that. That's definitely there. I'll give you
5.
Let's build some suspension. Again, guys, now is the time. Leave a vote in the comments. I'll get through them. I want to have a lot of comments with just a nice voting, and next time we'll go through them. What do you think? Was it, it's from 0 to 10. 6 would be, how do you call it? Enough? Sufficient?
Yes.
You can't see it. What is it?
It's 5/6.
5 to 6, yeah. It wasn't as bad, but I'd say there's still some mistakes in there.
Okay.
One thing we want to keep in mind, go back to pre-flop. Okay. I like the open, the 5 PB. It's Anna 2. People are gonna call weak hands. We can even go bigger maybe. I like it. 5 seems fine. I wouldn't go too small. He seems definitely a fun player, driver. Just looking at his stats in 40 hands. And open limping, same impression. So I like that. One thing to know is that, okay, Tony 3-bets a small size. This is really small, 13. So we definitely want to 4-bet. Our hand is way strong enough to 4-bet.
Okay. Even if the one behind calls?
Once he calls, he can have any two. That's a weak range. For sure, we want to 4-bet.
Would you raise more than me?
Sizing here is tricky because the thing is, we don't want to go, in theory, it would make sense on higher stakes maybe to go 29 or 30 if Gyron wouldn't call.
Okay.
This way, we definitely need to go bigger. But us putting in 40 is almost the same as going all in. So
we'd have raised all in.
So with so much dead money in there, 13 BB, 26, our 5. There's 31 dead money, and our hand wants to put it all in pre-flop as much as possible, avoiding to go three ways and avoiding them to be able to call. Your sizing still did a great job. I would not think they would call really weak here. But as you see, it's NL2 and people don't give a fuck. So I would just jam it in. It's NL2. People will call off random stuff.
Okay.
I'd say it's a mistake. I would say if you made it here 29, it would be a big mistake. Okay. You could do that with aces, maybe. Because aces, they're usually drawing that with some hands, or kinda. And ace-king, I would just jam. But it's not a huge mistakes. Again, better to make it 40 than 28, but jamming would be best, I'd say.
I mean, the thing is, when I make it 40 here,
yes,
I only expect them to either fold or raise all in finally. So
me too. I would say so in theory, but again, it's NL2. Yeah. People do random stuff.
And I even think it's because he called that the one
calls, for sure
have folded or raised the limit.
Could be, we don't know, but I would agree. It's more likely now him calling also. So we go to flop. One thing to consider, there's a ton of dead money in there, and we just have 60 BB left.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Then I think it's...
Okay, wait now. The thing is, no, it's fine, yeah. We get great pot odds. 20% equity we need. Calculate our outs. How many outs do we have already? For sure.
So we have 4 tens on 2 cards, so we have 8 outs, and there's also little flush draws, which I don't know how to calculate, but...
The backdoor flush draw gives us one more. That's easy. One more out. You can keep that in mind. A backdoor flush draw on the flop is one more out. So we have 5.
So we have a 10 on the turn?
Again?
It's a 10 outs on the turn?
We don't want to think about turn now. How do you come up with turn? They're all in. We see 2 cards. We don't care. We go to the river.
Oh, yeah, okay, this way, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We don't need to calculate 1 street. We can go 2.
Yes, exactly.
So we have 5 out times. How much is it for 2 streets?
2.
No, that's 1 street. On the turn, we have it for 2, but we see 2 cards, so it's times 4.
Ah.
The outs times 4 is from flop to river.
Oh yeah, but it's early this morning.
Yeah, no worries. Keep that in mind.
20?
Yes, 1 street is 2, and 2 streets is times 4.
Yes, so I have lots of equity to call then also.
We have 5 out times 4. On average, it might be a little bit less, a little bit more, but we get the 20%, so we are in the odds. We have to call.
Okay.
What you said the ace or the king might be good. After that action, I'm a bit worried, because someone might have 9-10, someone might have queen-jack, and then those are not good.
Yeah.
And as we see, someone might have ace-jack, then our ace is not good. Someone might have king-queen, then our king is not good.
Yeah.
I'd say it adds a tiny bit of value. Someone has to have jack-10 and the other guy has to have king-queen, then our ace is good. Yeah, it's a tiny bonus. that bonus is good enough to make our call. If we just have the 5 outs, it's really break even.
Okay.
But that bonus, I'd say it's definitely a call. So yeah, we get it in.
Yeah.
It was really unfortunate. They both blocked our outs, you see. The ace and the king were not good. That would not help. We needed the 10 or diamonds.
The diamonds, yeah.
Yeah, but the other guy could have 8-9 and not ace-9. So we that way the ace would be good. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I'd say the mistakes were shipping it in pre-flop, and you need to understand that the ace and the king usually are not super good out once they're both all in. Yeah. 5 to 6 seems fair. Again, guys, let us know in the comments. Now it's my turn to do the presentation. Leafgard, you can give the grades now.
Yes, I will.
Lesson of the week. We're gonna talk about Cbetting theory. So, but I'll ask you some question. What is a Cbet even? Leafgard.
Betting on the flop or to keep putting money in?
Betting on flop after.
And it's usually between the 1/3 and sometimes a bit more.
Yeah, it's keeping the aggression. We raise pre-flop. We want to Cbet flop. Continuation, it's called. Continuation bet. There's that theme of continuation. So, sizing can be a lot of things, especially on microsegs. As you said, 1/3 is standard. Back in the days, it was half or 2/3. Seems all fine. I'd say we want to, sometimes we can even go pot, whatever. Say we want to keep in mind the texture. That's really important. And let's make this a bit smaller. The texture and what we want to accomplish. So, texture, to keep it simple. Then, what are we C-betting for? Are we value betting or are we bluffing? Value, bluff, that's a big thing. And then we wanna choose the sizing as a consequence of that. So, what do you know about C-betting? Do you have some general rules, or would you like?
So, this is difficult to say. So usually when I have a hand that touches the flop also, or just because it is strong, then I will see it because I need to win some money in the pot. So depending on the texture, I will see that. I would say the very minimal is always for me 1/3 to plus. I would say if the board is really disconnected, then I will bet really, really, really tight, just 1/3, just a little bit to give him some equity and find some other cards. If the board is super connected, it depends. If I touch the board, I will see bets not so much as well because it's difficult to put money. I mean, if it's super connected and I touch it well, then he might not have so much cards on the side. So again, I need to size really, really low. And if I want to bluff it because I did not touch the flop and it's super connected, I need to bet super large, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah, from 2/3 to almost pot or so. The idea behind also is to guess with what cards he might call. So finding with the equity what cards he might call the flop, which should indicate a lot or much more what he might have on the turn already also.
I would say for NL2, the simple thing is to keep in mind as a rule of thumb, never slow play. If we have a hand, just C-bet, go large, get value, get the most value we can. I would put that question, how much can he call here if I bet? If you think he calls pot size, go ahead, bet pot size. The most that's gonna be where our most money comes from. Then another thing, I had something in my mind now, but I lost it. That's the big rule of thumb. Never slow play. And if we are bluffing, so we want to know, are we bluffing? Are we value betting? When we are value betting, what needs to happen for it to be a value bet?
We touch the flop or we have a super strong hand?
Yes. There's kind of a rule here, which is that, let me show you. We need to, a simple rule is, in a sense, man, how am I gonna explain this to you? A value bet happens when we have an equity advantage against his calling range of 50% or more. Let me put up Equilab. I'll show you there. Hopefully I can explain it that way. Feature. Okay, there it is. Value bet. No, Equilab. So there's a flop, king of hearts, deuce of spades, deuce of clubs. If we have king queen, is it a value bet?
Yes.
I wanted to trick you now. It is. On average, it always is. But what does it depend on? If it's a value bet or not?
If he has no two.
On his range. On his range, it depends. Let's say there happens some pre-flop action and we know he has aces. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Is it a value bet then when we bet flop?
No, if we know he has aces, no, it's not a value bet.
Yes, you're true. Because we are behind. Again, this needs to be 50% at least on our side. 50% plus 1. Because then when we get the money in, we are ahead. We get money in ahead and he calls being behind. If he has also, let's say, pocket sevens in there, is it a value bet now? His range is just aces and sevens. Same weights. Is it a value bet? And if we bet, we know he calls.
I mean, he has either 50% to have aces or sevens. We cut his equity in two and we give one half to us. So I think it's a value bet then.
Yes, yeah. Tiny value bet. Because we have a little bit added equity. In theory, we would lose or win. Let's say... does it change if we give him a deuce? It should change because it's a bit more. I mean, yeah, obviously, because now I had a thinking problem. Let's give him, let's keep it like that. But it's not as simple as that. Usually we have wider ranges, there's some draws and stuff. But the thing is, if we bet, we want to be ahead of his range. Let's give him a reasonable range. In the, let's say this is we open button, he defends big blind, flop is king deuce deuce. What do we expect him to continue if we bet? A lot of king X. There's so many. King X, yes. King 10, king 9, king 8 maybe even if he has it.
Pocket anything to aces?
All pocket pairs from pocket 3s to 9s if he has that pre-flop. Some ace high, ace 10, ace jack, all that stuff. And against such a range, we're way ahead with king queen. Where do you think it would get close value betting against such a range?
You mean what would be difficult against his range?
Where do you think, which hand is close to be a value bet? Where's the border, let's say? Just guessing now.
If I had the hand.
If you had a different hand, Which one do you think is close between a value bet or not?
Okay.
Keep in mind, he has those pocket pairs, he has some ace high, and he has some king x. Quite a bit of king x.
It's difficult to imagine in the other way.
I think it's a good exercise. Try.
I mean, 7-8, I would clearly not see bet, for example. So
7-8 is a bluff. We want to think about hands which have equity.
Okay. So if I have, for example, king 3.
Yeah, that could be a decent guess. I would agree, kind of. We still beat all the pairs. We beat the ace high, but we're behind against the king high, which will be a big portion. I would have something like that, king 3, or maybe pocket jacks or so, maybe 10s. It's still way ahead because he also has a lot of ace high. I guess it's going to be somewhere in the line of pocket 8s, maybe. Yeah. You see? Because also he has more equity with the ace high against that. It's in there. This would be the worst value bet. Pocket 9s. If we know he continues this range against the c-bet here. Some king x, some ace high, and some those pairs.
Okay.
So this is where we put the line. For value betting, just to keep in mind, then he's gonna call, and then on the turn the same. The turn comes a brick. Now he's, let's say a deuce turn. No, then we chop. Let's say a 5 turn, 5 of hearts. 4 of hearts, or of hearts. Once we see that turn, what do you think happens? He called flop. Now he checks again, and we bet turn. What happens now? Let's put an offsuit to make it even more simple. Which hands would he continue again?
Can you open the range of him in the visualizer? So I think he would only have in pocket pairs 8 plus or 7 plus maybe.
What you? If I think, yeah, he might start folding those small ones.
Yeah, maybe he keeps 6s, maybe.
This is the nuts. 6s, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Other hands?
So ace 10 off, ace the offshoot aces he would fold.
Yes. And king x will never fold. That's his range.
Suited, I would say it depends on the sizing.
Yeah. It's. I'd just say it's simple. He's gonna call the king x and the pairs if we bet turn again. So is 9s good enough against such a range now? No. Let's see. 9 says 30%. What do you think is good enough?
Checking and folding.
Yes, 9s, but pick a hand which is good enough to value bet.
Which is good enough to value bet, but then it would be almost only a king something hand.
Yes. Which king?
King 10.
I'd say that's a good guess against such a range. It should be still ahead. Yeah.
It's weird.
It's somewhere there. King 9, King 8. You see how it influences. King 8 is the border. Because he has the pairs and yeah. If we would remove some pairs, it would be king 10. King 8 would be not good enough. That's just something for you to see how our betting influences a range, let's say. And that's what we want to think about. Okay, are we still value betting? Is it still good enough? Can we go free streets? King Queen, I'd say, would be a hand to go free streets. Because at some point he might fold King 8, King 9. And then L2, maybe they still call, but yeah, that's going to be the border, I'd say. And another thing we want to think about now is, okay, if we are bluffing, this is when we're value betting. But if we are bluffing, a simple rule of thumb. A simple rule which is dump, I'd say, is try to go. Man, this is tricky with the next time. Sorry guys, I'll get a better replayer here. a simple rule of thumb bluff. What do you think about our simple rule of thumb for bluffing? What's our idea?
You Cbet once large, and if he calls, you fold.
Yes, you're the best, Leafgard. That's exactly. We want to do one and done, it was called back in the days. One and done. Simple. Yeah. If it's a board where we think he folds enough, just Cbet once and get it done. And if he shows some strength by calling or raising, we're over with the hand. We don't want to think for now, okay, I bluffed the turn, this river, that. That's some advanced stuff we can add at some point. Bluff some scary turns. A simple line there is we want to keep bluffing scary cards. Let's say the flop is 4-3-3 and the turn is a king. We can keep bluffing. But the simple line is one and done. We want to do bluff once and give up if he calls. But another thing is on which flops? On all flops?
No.
No? Which are good flops for one and done?
In theory.
Sorry again, please?
On flops that makes sense for us in theory.
Yeah. That's something to keep in mind.
For example, in the button, we have a super wide range, so we could bluff also a lot on the flops because we might have lots of cards that touches.
That's not a good reasoning. No. Because when we have a right range, then in theory we have so many trash hands that we cannot. I would not think about our range too much. Just think about their range on NL2. They're not the players on NL2 are not those guys thinking, he's C-betting here on Ace XX. What could he have? Or he's C-betting on 987. Man, that doesn't make sense because he has this and this in his range. No, they look at their cards and see, did I hit or not? Do I have something or not? Just that simple line. So we want to bluff flops, which flops do we want to bluff?
Which?
I can't spell it.
Okay.
We want to bluff the flops where they don't hit usually. Because they have nothing and will fold one and done. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's the simple idea. Pull up your...
So basically, it's more it's disconnected and more we can...
Yes. Simple. Keep it simple. If it's tough to hit, C-bet. One and done. If they show strength, then we're over. Can you pull up your database? So now we're going to go over some flops and see if those are good or bad to C-bet. Okay, 799, good or bad?
797.
797, yes. Sorry.
It's good.
I'd say it's I'd say it's middling. It would be better if there was no flush draw. We always want to keep in mind we have a flush. We have a bluff. So we have little equity. Let's say we have ace 5 of hearts here. Do we want to C-bet or not?
No.
I'd say it's middling because it's not as easy to hit. It would be better if it was 6-5-5, no flush draw. 7-9-9, those middling hands can connect. So I could agree. It's not a simple spot, one and done. I would give up here. Next one. Next flop. Ace 4-5, one and done or not?
But I mean, it depends on the cards. You mean it's always bluff?
We just have. We want to figure out: do we want to bluff once or not? Do we?
I would say no.
Think about it in a simple way. Either he has an ace or not, right?
He might have an ace. He might have lots of things in the button.
Don't care about. We don't want to focus on the spot or so at all. We just think, okay, is it a C-bet flop or not? One and done or not?
Maybe.
I would say so. Yeah, it would be. There would be some better ones, but here what's usually happening, okay, either he has a good hand or not, either he has an ace or not.
Okay,
Just go ahead, see bet half, and if he calls, give up. Okay? There's some stuff he can fold. Queen Jack, King Queen, King 10, 8 9.
Okay.
The connecting cards, hopefully pocket 7s he might fold. If not sure, but could be. Next one. Next one. We already had it, it's fine. What do you think? C-bet or not as a bluff?
No
C-bet. Skip it. If we have value, C-bet for value large, but no C-bet light.
Yes.
But it's a bit connected. I would skip here too. I would say it's not easy to get a ton of folds. Jack 5-8.
Do you think it's connected a lot?
The thing is, Queen 10.
Because
9 10.
There's 2 cards between 5 and 8, and 2 cards between 8 and Jack.
Yeah, but think about his range. He has a range of hands. So either he has here usually either he hits a pair or something. What's a hand that has nothing here on this flop? Nothing.
Ace deuce?
Yeah, that might be one, but name a few more. Not. Think about the middling range.
Yeah, okay, even 6-9.
Yeah, that's a gather. It's tough to come up with usually they call those middling ranges, those pairs and stuff, and those middling hands. These hands, these hands, if you think about it, these tend to hit such a flop. It's not as obvious as if it would have been 10, 9, 7. But so many hands, 10, 9, open-ender, 9, 7, double gutter, Queen 10, gutshot 1 over card.
Okay.
And if not, they have a pair sometimes, a jack, an 8, a 5 even.
Yeah, okay.
I'd say this is not easy to get, but I'd say it's a bit too connected to go ahead. I would skip here.
Okay. So in my thoughts until now, it was not so connected.
Yeah, there's if you think about it, there's a lot of gutshots, stuff like that.
Okay.
Next one. We will come to some easy one and done. This one.
Yes.
Yes, ace low. Usually, again, it would be better. No flush draw, nothing connected. Ace 4 would be better. But usually ace XX, and also they believe you. If they don't have an ace, sometimes they what happened pre-flop? You raised and you showed I have a strong range. As you said, they tend to believe on the ace. Or at least, yeah, mostly. Okay, next one. What do you think?
Tough.
Tough, yes. No, skip it. Too many draws, too many middling connection. Just give up. If we have ace 5 of hearts, we give up. This one.
Yes.
Yes, this is better. The king XX usually are really good to see, but yes. There's some connection with the 5-8, but it's not as bad. Queen 9-5, what do you think?
This is a little bit connected. Because we have Queen 9 and which Jack 10, also suited things. I would say no.
No, it's too connected. It's similar to the Jack 8-5. There's so many gutshots, 7-8, 6-7, King 10, King Jack, all that stuff. Just give up. Ace 2s. We have a pure bluff always.
Yes, this one.
This one, yeah, I'd say so too. The king usually is really good because they all think we have ace king all the time. 6-7 is a bit connected. That's a bit annoying. But I'd still go for it here, yeah. Just one and done and see if what's happening. Okay, next one. King, queen, deuce.
I would say yes.
Yes. These are really good. The high, low. Here it's tough for them to call with ace 5 because they believe you also the high cards. So just go one and done. If they have a queen or a king, they will call. There's some gutters which suck. They're gonna continue Jack 10, 10, 9 and stuff. But still, these are really good also to see bet once and give up if they call. Yes. So next one. King 7-8, what do you think?
I don't know because 7-8 is connected. I would say no.
I'd say also this is in between there. The king is really good usually, but this 7-8, the higher it gets, the worse. King
Yeah.
10-9 would be worse. King 10-8, because then they have all those middling hands. I'd say we can skip. We can see that we can skip. I'm indifferent here. Yeah. Next one. Same.
Almost the same.
Same. Next one. Yes
I
or
would
no?
Cbet.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. King, queen, high, high, low is good. Yeah, as we said. Next one.
Yes.
Yes, I would agree. It's not as easy to hit here. Unless he has trips. There's some gathers and stuff,
Yeah.
but I would go for one and hope he folds. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's tough to hit something here. It's tough to make trips. Next one.
It's maybe one of the best we had.
Yeah. Sure. Just go ahead. I wouldn't go too small either. I would go half pot, because if we go too small, there's a chance they might just call everything because it's so small. I would see that half, or at least maybe 2/3 even, and then give up if they call. Same again.
Now that it's disconnected, I would say just a little bit more. But,
Yes. Without the flash draw, it's a bit better. Just go one and done. Now it shifts, I'd say. Without flash draw, I would go for it once. Mm-hmm.
I would.
Once, yeah. Go once and give up. Yeah.
I will not.
Yes, I do agree. I would also give up here. Ace 5.
Any 10 will call, and so.
Yeah, many hands will call here. The draw makes it a bit worse, but I'd still go one. Go one. If he has pocket sixes, hopefully. Okay. Hopefully he folds. Yeah. The ace high usually are good for one and done.
But then on this one you would go quite large also, right?
I would go half or so if we had a bluff. Because I would expect hands which will fold anyways. If we go bigger, a 10 would also not fold, an ace never folds.
Okay.
Imagine you going 4. He's not gonna fold a 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and he will fold the same range for 3BB also. If he has 6s, he will fold, hopefully. If he has 8-9, he will fold.
Okay.
If you have value, go huge. Go 5 at least, if you have a good hand. This is so exploitable, but people will not understand it.
Okay.
It's NL2.
I would say yes.
Yes, 2 high cards. Still go for it. One and done seems fine.
I would say no.
Yes. Ace King deuce. Ace King is really good. The high cards are good. Go for it. It's tough. Think about this middling range. Think about that range. On Ace King deuce, what does it have? It has some Ace X, a few King X, and that's it. Think about it. Sorry, again?
And suited.
It has a few draws, but for every club they have 3 times hearts, diamonds, spades.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So there's way more which don't connect.
Yeah.
Those really high ones are good to see bet once and give up. If he has 6s here, sure he folds. If he has 7-8, sure he folds.
Okay.
Yes. This is a really good one. It's not just about connection, it's about the cards also a bit. I'd say this one is close. Yeah, it connects a bit better with those middling hands.
Yeah.
I might still go for it, but it's close, as you said. It's not as simple. You can skip also here.
No.
No, I would also skip. This connects with those. This one?
Yes.
Yes, one and done, easy. This one?
I would say yes.
It's kind of, you see that middling, we don't like those middling 9-8 stuff. I'd say I skip, but it's close. Okay. Yeah.
No.
I would also say no. Yeah, it connects a bit too much. It can be close because he would fold pairs and stuff.
Yes.
It's a bit tricky. Again, those middling cards, it would be better if they were higher or so. I'd say it's okay still, but yeah, those 10-7, he's gonna have all those 7x, 10x in between pairs, gut shots. Yeah, I'd say it's close.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, really good one. This middling range all misses here. Man, what happened? I closed everything, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, I would go on. Yeah. It's not great for them cards to be middling.
Yes.
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 Yes, I would go on. Again, it's a bit... It's in between. Same as before, the Ace Jack 7, also a bit in between. But you can go for one. I wouldn't go too large.
Okay.
Next one. Let's go do a few more and then we'll... What do you think?
Yeah, a bit close also, but I would say more than the one before.
Yeah, these high cards are good. I would say still go for one, and there you will get a lot of folds by these middling hands here.
Okay.
This is still a good one, I'd say. King, Queen, X.
Yes.
Yes, I would go for one, yes.
Yes.
I would still go for it too here. It's those high cards, usually you get a lot of folds. Yeah. And give up if they do continue. That's it?
Yes.
That's it. That's fine. Lesson of the week. Cbetting. What did you learn, Yann, sorry.
I need to cbet a bit more. I think.
In what sense would you say?
I would say.
Do you ever bluff cbet?
I do, but I think I do more bluff on multiple streets than just on the flop and then fold.
Okay, so you go for it.
Yes, I'm quite used to 2-barrel or 3-barrel bluffs. So also because it looks way stronger also on the micro stakes. I think if they see I keep c-betting on the turn. Also, I think keep c-betting bluff on the turn is super strong for them. So
yeah, that can be a thing, but I'd say this is a big explanation why your showdown winnings usually back in the days were going straight down.
Yes.
Because you would follow through and they would keep calling and they would just call you down and you would lose those big pots.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. I do agree in some way. If they have a weak range, they're going to have hands which fold on turn and river. But I'd say we want to keep it simple for now, and we don't make money by bluffing on NL2. That's going to lose us more money than just keeping it simple, c-bet one, and if they call, okay, they have something. And usually they don't want to fold if they have something, right? Nobody likes losing on NL2. And folding means you lose the hand. That's how we exploit people on NL2. By value betting thinner and getting more value that way.
Yes.
So this week, try to think about those spots. We'll put it in the sheet here. Not in the sheet, in the classroom lesson. Yeah, it's in the sheet. We wanna focus. This will be a good exercise for you these 2 weeks. Try to keep that really in mind about when to c-bet and how to c-bet. As a learning for now, I would say don't follow through on turns and rivers. Just think about flop and go for it then. C-betting strategy. If you get that on point, it should increase your win rate quite a bit, I'd imagine. No, don't skip it. Okay. Yes, that's the lesson for the week. Now you gotta do your homework. You got some more. Here you also have some. You're gonna watch those videos?
Yes.
Watch the videos, make some notes, and think about c-betting especially. Watch where I c-bet and where I don't.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
It should be a good process, keeping it just focused on one thing every time. So that's gonna stick. For every session, think about Cbetting will be the thing to implement this session.
Okay.
And that way it should be more consistent and you will have it more solid in your mind. All right. What else do you want to focus for these 2 weeks? It's 2 weeks now. That's a lot of time.
Just play well. I will try to play well, and I will also focus on my habits. Because I'm struggling a bit these days. I have too much things I should be doing in one day to have a perfect day. And I cannot check all the fields for now. So yeah, I will try to improve and play well these weeks.
Yeah, life happens, as we said. There's always sometimes when it's easier, sometimes it's more, we're busy, we have other stuff in mind. And that's fine. We just do our best and we can't do more, right? Or at least we try. It's not always getting our best, but that's fine too. Yes. In 2 weeks, we're gonna be at NL5. I already can see it.
25.
NL25 next time. See you there. No, thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, if you like the series, if you want to support, leave a comment. Put your voting for the hand of the week. Super important.
A better vote, please.
Shut up. Take your seat. back to your seat. And yeah, that's it for this week. See you in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll upload Play and Explain or so. I'll prepare maybe something. If not, I'm sorry, I'm busy too. All right, last words.
Wish you a good 2 weeks.
Same to you. Keep crushing. Keep going.
Thank you.
And I'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.